Guys, it's your girl Royal Vybz coming at you with a story time. So I thought I'd kick off this week with a little story time for you guys, get you guys back into the groove of how these segments are supposed to go. Even though story times are usually at the end of the week. But because I dropped all those vlogs last week, I want to make sure I got you a story time this week just to kick everything off. So you might actually get 2 story times this week, who knows. But so this story time is kind of about roller coasters. Okay, it's just generally my kind of experience and review on a couple of coasters that I went on in SeaWorld. So let's start. First of all, my opinion on Manta. I've never rode Manta before. The reason why I have never rode Manta before and probably will never ride Manta, as amazing as that roller coaster seems and looks, and as much as I would love to, first of all, before I say that, I'm sorry for the noise. I was watching Larva Island on blast. But yeah, as much as I would love to ride Mako, I used to work for SeaWorld a couple of years ago. Well, I used to work for Discovery Cove, which is one of SeaWorld's parks. But I wouldn't ride it because in my time, I want to say 4 or 5 months I was working there. August. Yeah, 6 months I was working there. There was so many issues from the roller coaster breaking down, malfunctioning. There was 2 instances that had to do with the chairs. One instance in particular where objects were flying from the chair and injuring people in line. And there was one particular instance that I remember of the chair completely detaching and flying off the roller coaster at that time. So it's not me bashing SeaWorld or anything like that, because it's amazing. It's an amazing park and stuff like that, and the ride is a great concept. It's just I probably would never ride it. And I love roller coasters. So Manta. Manta has been having this problem for a very long time, and it can happen to any roller coaster, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to scare anybody from having any particular experience with roller coasters, whatever the case may be, because these things don't actually change my decision on going on other roller coasters. It's just that I wouldn't probably ride Manta ever. And I know a lot of people that have enjoyed Manta, and a lot of people that have been stuck on Manta and been perfectly fine, but I just won't take that chance, because I feel like that one time I will go on Manta will be that time that Manta really want to do something special. So, okay, fast forwarding to, I want to say 2 years ago, I think the year after Mako. I keep getting Manta and Mako mixed up. So the first roller coaster I was talking about was Manta, but Mako is SeaWorld's fastest, longest roller coaster. I remember when this roller coaster opened, I was geeked. I really wanted to do it. I got to learn a lot about that roller coaster. So I went with my best friend. So it was me, my mom, my son, and my best friend. And we went to SeaWorld. And I told my best friend to ride Mako with me. So, listen. First of all, Mako doesn't go upside down, but it goes really fast and has huge inclines. So it's breathtaking and scary. So basically, my experience with Mako. So your girl, everybody knows your girl's bottom heavy. Your girl is thick. Mako does not have over-the-shoulder harness bars because it does not go upside down. It just has a lap bar. So basically, we get in there. And I sit in the seat snug. So you know how there's a little, these are your legs, and then there's a little separator of your legs. So my legs were snug, my hips and ass were snug. My best friends built the same as me, so we were snug. So I pushed down my lap bar, but it didn't go. I knew it could go down 1 or 2 more notches. So I had the guy come down and shove it even harder so that I could barely breathe. So I'm like, yeah, I'm secure. I'm secure. I'm good. I'm ready. So we're ready. When I tell you, we took off. When we took off, it is that roller coaster. One, it's mind blowing. Like I said, it's breathtaking and mind blowing. If you're not ready, don't do it. But I swear I was gonna die. Like this, I've been on many roller coasters, but this one in particular made me feel like I was gonna die. Like, because here's the thing, like I said, I felt snug and fit and secure. But the speed of that roller coaster takes all of that away from you. So I felt like certain dips, certain climbs, like I was gonna slip out. Like I literally felt lifted. Every single 2 seconds I got lifted. And I'm like, why am I? So me and my best friend were like holding on. So me and my best friend were like holding hands, like squeezing each other's hands. We were scared. We went from excited to scared for our lives. And so I probably won't ride Mako ever again, because until they get shoulder bars or something like that, then I probably will never ride Mako again. It was a good one-time experience, but never again. So yeah, because like I said, that feeling of being lifted and possibly sliding out of that situation. If I wore softer pants, I'm pretty sure like my situation would have been a little bit different. Like my life would have been a little bit more at risk. So they need to work on that security in that end. So the last roller coaster I'm going to talk about, I have actually 2 stories for this roller coaster, and that's the Kraken. The Kraken is my favorite roller coaster. It is literally 3 to 5 minutes long, but that will be the best 3 to 5 minutes you will ever experience. So the first time I've ever been on Kraken was back when I used to work for SeaWorld. Me and my friend got off of, what did we get off of work? Or did we meet up at SeaWorld? I think, we met up at SeaWorld. So her and her family were there, and then me and my family were there, and then we met up. So me and her, we went to go ride Kraken, and the line wasn't that long. That's why we wanted to go ride Kraken, and she was all for it. Like, she was all in. We got through the whole line. She was geeked, everything, and then we sit down, we get, harnessed in and everything like that, get buckled in, and literally right before they were about to throw the thumbs up, let the carts go, she wigs out. She freaks out, and she's like, oh my God, I can't do this, let me off. So they let her off, and I'm thinking, like, am I about to ride this roller coaster by myself, or do I get off too? So I'm like, screw it. This is the first time I've ever ridden a roller coaster by myself. And then also, at the same time, I was like, screw this. I just went through all this. I'm going to ride this roller coaster. So, yeah, I rode that roller coaster. Like I said, the best 3 to 5 minutes of my life. Like, that is an amazing roller coaster. I remember when Kraken first opened, I was in the third going on 4th grade. I had a field trip to SeaWorld. And then that's when they had all this, what's that thing, they were having, what was that, what did they call it? Like previews and stuff, like they were like, oh yeah, Kraken coming soon. But it wasn't open yet when I was there. So, like literally, a little bit after I had went there, that's when it opened. So I got to experience Kraken when I was like 18, 19 years old. I think I was 19 years old though. But, so then we're going to fast forward to a couple months after I rode Mako. I had taken my sister-in-law and brother-in-law and their best friend and the kids. So my family pretty much to the Christmas celebration at SeaWorld, because I'd never seen the Christmas celebration before. So, now Kraken has a virtual reality feature where you get a ticket to go on the roller coaster but experience the roller coaster in virtual reality. This launched, I want to say, about 2 years ago. So I was geeked. I'm like, Kraken got, redone. I'm going to get to experience virtual reality. So when I first heard about it, I thought the whole roller coaster was going to be transitioned to virtual reality. But you do have the option of riding the roller coaster without the virtual reality, just have the normal Kraken experience. So I already had the normal Kraken experience. So of course, I want to ride the virtual reality experience. So basically it's the same roller coaster, but now you have virtual reality goggles on. So this is where I got upset. we had a ticket. We got so when you're doing the virtual reality, you have to get a ticket to get into the line for virtual reality, and then you get into the line. It's like 5 or 6 more minutes you have to wait to get into the queue, like get through the queue. So it was me, my mom, and my sister-in-law's best friend that signed up to go into the queue, and we were all the way. We were like, we got the ticket, and then we were like, do we really want to go? Whatever. We were still indecisive whether we were going to really go on Kraken. So that like we get like halfway, well, all the way across the park. We were all the way across the park, and we were doing other things. And then we look at our ticket and we're like, we still have time to make it, right? So we run across that park in less than 3 minutes. We get across that park in less than 3 minutes to get to that queue. We got to the queue exactly at the time, because if you're not at the line at the time, no later than 1 minute, then you won't get to do your ride. You'd have to get a whole new queue ticket. So we didn't want that. So we got into line. We got in wait and everything. We got secured in. All of a sudden, I got these goggles on. So when you have the goggles on, it's giving you a simulation as if you're in a submarine, one of those single submarines. I forgot what they're called, where it's like 2 people or 1 person can be in the sub boat thing. So that's the kind of simulation that's going on. So originally, when you see everything, you're in the dock and you look around and you just like see the whole, like, it's really cool. So it's so freaking cool. But anyways, so then once the roller coaster goes, you start, it shows you descending into the water and all these creatures and stuff like that, and you're just like looping around and stuff like that. Here's the problem here. Here's the problem right here. One, having the virtual reality goggles on takes away that fear of seeing all the loops and stuff like that. It takes away that little hype from you, but it still makes the experience really cool, because you're seeing different things, seeing different aquarium life and stuff like that in a virtual setting. So with that, we got 1 dip in and 1 loop in, and right when we got to the first upside down loop, my goggles fell off. Okay, and the roller coaster is going so fast that I couldn't even put the goggles back on, so I never got to see the Kraken. I got to finish the ride like as a normal roller coaster. I did not get to finish the ride virtual reality. So I got so mad. I deserved a redo. They weren't trying to just cue me through the line for a redo because of it, but that was messed up, because it is their job to make sure that that helmet was secure, or that those goggles were secure and tight enough, and they didn't do that. So those were the 3 experiences I had with roller coasters. So Kraken's definitely the best roller coaster you can do. Mako is definitely a one-time thing. It's a great roller coaster, but it's just a one-time thing. They need to add more safety features. And Manta, I will never ride Manta. Good luck to anybody that does ride Manta or who has ride Manta. Kudos to you. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you are new to the Royal Kingdom, make sure you do subscribe and turn on your notifications for every single time we post another video. Definitely comment down below with any weird roller coaster experiences you have, or if you're just no coaster person, I want to hear it. So thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Bye.